Hey, hopefully you're having a good day. I'm just on a walk here, and I was thinking about my friend Michael. Well, I have two friends named Michael, but one started riding when I started riding, and one just got into it. And it was kind of cool to go through all the questions, the same concerns, and um, fears that I had when I first started, and to kind of go through with him and thinking about if you should be even pushing your friend to do this. Not that you can tell people what to do, but there's a little bit of responsibility. Motorcycling is a challenging, potentially dangerous thing, so you want to make sure whoever you're recommending to can handle the risks that go with that. And sorry about my fat girl sweat. It's hot out. It's like 90. Look at this idiot. I don't know if you can see him, but he's bounding through. Where was I? Oh yeah, so it brought me back to getting first started, and how literally just being on the road next to vehicles was such a huge hurdle. How like a car would pass you going 40, just doing normal things, and I was freaking out. And then just simply turning. I would take a turn at like 20 miles an hour and have to really focus up for it. Gotta watch for bikers. Like bikes, not motorcycles. Ugh, sad. So I was riding back from Possum Kingdom, which is an insane name for a place. I always feel like I have to pay fealty to a giant Possum King, but that never happens. It's just pretty water, which is cool too, I guess. But on my way back, I had a moment where I'm on the freeway and I had one hand on, one hand off, just kind of cruising at like 75. And that's normal. That's easy. That's commonplace. That's no thought. I can take turns with one hand. I can get away with a lot. But when I first started, no way. There's no way I could do that. There's so much that you don't know. And motorcycling is way different than a lot of things where like you can be a beginner and be pretty good, but you're most assuredly going to be awful on the motorcycle. But my friend Michael, I think, is getting frustrated with how long it takes to learn stuff, feel comfortable, be okay at being bad, all that sort of stuff. And me and my other friend Michael went back and looked at our first rides, posted those up, and it was concerning. I think on the video that I linked when I first started going, I just revved out all throttle while I had my clutch in, and then the entire time I was going around, it was just my bike screaming, and I'm looking, just being like, please shift your bike. And I refused to, because I didn't know. I thought I was so cool. And you listen to me like saying things to myself and talking out loud, and I'm like, you're not cool. You're just not cool. And that's a beautiful thing. And even now, I'm sure there's people that like are like, you're not cool, like you're not a real biker, whatever. But it's just nice to see that skill set grow, and then you get to a point where everything becomes a background process and not something that you're actively thinking about and being like, okay, cool, I need to downshift, bleed off some speed, do all this stuff. It just kind of all happens naturally until you mess up, and then you kind of have to lock in and be like, what are we doing? Oh God. I think it's just important to track your progress, because you're going to get better, and if you're just starting, it's awesome. It's a great hobby. It'll ruin all other hobbies for you. That kind of sucks, but it's fantastic and a great time, and I think you'll really, really enjoy it. He sees that squirrel over there. He's going for it. But if you're first starting, I think it's just great. And I remember being so studious about everything, and hearing my friend get bitten by the bug and falling in love with it, or also being scared of it, and then looking at people that can really have full control of their bikes, and then he's like, oh, I want I want to be like that one day, where I have supreme control of my bike, and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's the right thing to be pursuing. It's not that you want to be fast in a corner, which that's also cool, but it makes me happier that as a beginner he's pursuing control more than anything, which is better than I was doing. I mean, I did want to have some level of control, but yeah. And there was also a cool moment on this trip out to Possum Kingdom, which you'll see next week, because I'm in Montana right now, or just getting back. Probably just getting back. You will find your way home, and I'll be ready for you. And that's what there was so many different types of terrain, things to contend with, like very steep parts where as a beginner I'm like, oh, this would be challenging, because you're having to manage 3 or 4 different inputs and like 5 or 6 different strategies, which is, you know, not the way you think, because you're just riding a motorcycle. Everything's natural at this point. But when you're first getting starting, you forget how even like the friction zone in your clutch, and modulating that to be like, okay, I need to hit this desired speed. Dutch! He went so much further than he should have. He's so upset he's walking back. But yeah, it's just a lot of things you're managing, and I think you got to take the win sometimes and be like, hey, like everything is now natural. But I think hey, water. Have some water. I know you need it. He just wants to hunt squirrels. I guess there's 2 sides of this coin. There's one that, yeah, you've done well with a lot of these skills, where they're normal, and like you don't have to think as much when you're going down the freeway, and that's a good thing. You don't want to be thinking about like, how do I, ride this motorcycle when you're on the freeway going fast. You want to think more of like, is this guy a threat? Do I need to move over? All that sort of stuff. Where you going, Bubba? But the other side of that coin is that maybe you've gotten complacent. And I mean, that's the name of my channel, Sir Stagnant, because I've been complacent. And the thing I need to fight in life is my complacency. It's something I get comfortable, and then I sit and I rest on my laurels, and then issues happen. So if that's you with motorcycling, I think for me, it's something that I want to keep choosing, keep pursuing, keep getting better at. And I know here shortly I'm going to try to get an advanced training course. Maybe actually at the end of summer, because it's brutal right now. I don't want any of that. I'll wait till the end of summer. That actually gives me just enough time to do some other things. Yeah, just be proud. Don't be complacent. Motorcycles.